XRP has officially entered what experts are now calling the banana zone, and if you don't know what that means, it's time to pay close attention. This isn't just another market move, this is the stage where things can go absolutely wild. According to Raoul, one of the most respected macro investors in the world, the banana zone is the part of a crypto cycle where logic disappears, emotions take over, and price movements become fast, explosive, and often unbelievable. And right now, XRP is showing every sign of being in that exact moment. The charts are heating up, the volume is surging, and momentum is building like we haven't seen in months. This is not a normal uptrend. This is the kind of move that can catch people off guard, both in a good way and a bad way. If you've been holding XRP and waiting for something major, this might be the very moment you've been waiting for. So what makes this moment so different from the many pumps and drops we've seen before? It's the combination of events happening all at once. There's growing clarity around Ripple's legal status. There are major financial institutions warming up to Ripple's payment network. There are rising volumes, massive wallet activity, and social media buzz that's getting louder by the hour. All of this is adding fuel to the fire, and XRP is now moving with a kind of strength that feels like it could go parabolic. Raoul has said many times that crypto doesn't move in slow, steady steps, it moves in waves, and when one of those waves hits, it happens fast. The banana zone is that final part of the wave where the market wakes up all at once, and prices shoot higher with very little warning. But here's the twist. Raoul doesn't just say these moves are random, he connects them to global money trends, liquidity cycles, and investor psychology. When the money printer comes back on, when interest rates slow down, and when more people feel comfortable jumping into risk assets, that's when the banana zone shows up. Right now, those exact conditions are forming. Inflation pressures are easing, talks of rate cuts are returning, and investors are hunting for the next big move. XRP, after years of being held back by court battles and regulatory confusion, is finally getting its moment in the sun, and that moment might just turn into something historic. The banana zone is not about hype, it's about recognizing when all the right pieces are falling into place. That's what Raoul is pointing to. That's what the charts are starting to show. And that's why so many people are now asking, is this the beginning of XRP's breakout to new all-time highs? Or are we seeing the start of a temporary spike that could burn out just as quickly? In this video we're going to break it all down, what the banana zone really means, why XRP might be leading the next big crypto run, and what Raoul thinks is coming next. The banana zone may sound funny, but it's one of the most serious signals in crypto, especially when it comes from someone like Raoul. He coined this term to describe the final and most powerful phase of a crypto bull run. In this stage, prices move fast, very fast. They don't just climb slowly or steadily, instead they shoot up with massive speed, driven by emotion, hype, and fear of missing out. It's the time when investors who waited on the sidelines rush in all at once. Everyone wants a piece of the action, and because crypto markets are smaller than traditional finance, those large inflows create sharp parabolic price increases. That's why Raoul calls it the banana zone. It's where logic goes out the window, and price action goes vertical. It's when gains of 50%, 100%, or even 500% in a matter of weeks don't seem strange anymore. And while it might look exciting on the outside, it's actually based on real patterns Raoul has studied across multiple crypto cycles. So what triggers the banana zone? According to Raoul, it's a combination of three things: rising liquidity, strong narratives, and technical breakouts. When central banks start easing their policies or hinting at rate cuts, more money enters the system. That money doesn't just sit still, it looks for returns, especially in riskier assets like crypto. At the same time, a powerful story or narrative takes shape. In XRP's case, that narrative could be a final win against the SEC, growing institutional adoption, or even central banks experimenting with Ripple's technology. And lastly, the charts start to show it. Prices break through key resistance levels, volume spikes, and momentum builds. It creates the perfect storm. That's when the banana zone arrives. In previous cycles we've seen this happen with Bitcoin and Ethereum. At the end of 2020 and into early 2021, both coins entered the banana zone. Prices surged higher almost every day, and people who bought just weeks before found themselves sitting on massive gains. XRP, however, was held back during that time by its legal battle with the SEC. But now, with progress being made and the market waking up again, XRP is starting to follow a similar path. If it enters the banana zone fully, it won't just be a small pump, it could be the kind of move that defines the next stage of the bull run. Raoul describes this moment not as a time to overthink, but a time to recognize patterns. You don't need to guess exact prices or dates, you just need to understand what the banana zone is, and why being in it changes the game. It's not about whether XRP will rise slowly over the next year. It's about whether it's now entering a phase where that rise could happen in a few weeks or even days. That's why investors are watching closely. If XRP truly is in the banana zone, then everything that happens next will come fast, and possibly with life-changing potential. Right now, XRP is showing all the classic signs of entering the banana zone, and it's not just one factor, it's a perfect mix of conditions lining up at the same time. First, let's talk about the price movement. After months of consolidation and slow sideways action, XRP has finally broken through key resistance levels that were holding it down. It's moving with strength, not hesitation. These kinds of breakouts usually don't happen by accident. They often mark the beginning of bigger moves, especially when they're supported by high volume. And that's exactly what we're seeing. The trading volume has exploded, with billions of dollars now flowing in and out of XRP every single day. That kind of activity doesn't come from just retail investors. It points to interest from bigger players, possibly even institutions or whales making their moves quietly before the storm. In crypto, when the price starts to break out and the volume backs it up, it often means something major is coming. Then there's the timing. This isn't just any moment in the crypto cycle. We're entering a phase where global liquidity is shifting. Central banks, especially in the US, then are starting to slow down rate hikes. Some are even talking about future cuts. When interest rates drop or pause, money starts moving into higher risk assets again, especially crypto. That's part of the macro picture. Raoul always talks about an XRP, with all the progress it's made over the last year, is now one of the top candidates to benefit from that shift. While many coins are still struggling to find direction, XRP is picking up momentum faster than most. But perhaps the most important reason XRP fits the banana zone now is the change in its story. For years, XRP was weighed down by its legal battle with the SEC. That cloud made it hard for investors to fully commit. But now, with partial legal clarity and Ripple continuing to win small victories, confidence is returning. Banks and payment providers are quietly coming back into the conversation. Ripple is expanding its on-demand liquidity services across borders, and countries are starting to explore partnerships. These real-world use cases are not just empty promises, they're actual reasons why XRP could see sustained explosive growth. And when you mix real-world utility with massive volume and strong technicals, you get the exact kind of environment